We're back with Jon Stewart, The Daily Show, the book Earth. We'll talk about that in a little while.
Sure.
#1, New York Times. Big rally in Washington, day before Halloween. What do you make of the lady in Delaware?
The lady in Delaware?
Miss O'Donnell.
Christine O'Donnell? Like I say, this is the year. It doesn't look like she's going to be victorious, but I also think, you know, the idea that she said some things on television 20 years ago, and that's evidence that she is somehow off balance, you know, again.
You don't buy that.
Well, I also think it's like everything else. You focus on the wrong thing. For me, that should be great. Comedic fodder, witchcraft, masturbation. For God's sakes, that's my house. That's where I live. I'm nothing if not a masturbating warlock. But in terms of the political press, to focus on, I mean, I was on TV, I was on MTV 20 years ago. God forbid anybody find those tapes and hold that against me. I mean, it's astonishing to me where we put our focus and what we delve into.
But it was
and
Bill Maher, who's a sophisticated, modern, hip guy who brought that to the forefront.
Well, he's just trying to get her to come on the show so he can have a conversation with her. Yeah. That's bait. That's O'Donnell bait. I don't think he takes seriously. I don't think Bill Maher he'd be the first person probably to tell you, like, he doesn't think the masturbation thing really would preclude her from
What do you
being
make
in
of the
office.
lady in Nevada?
Every time you say it, it's all so mysterious. There's a lady in Nevada.
I got her
standing in a corner wearing a trench coat. I think Sharon Angle is an example of just how desperate people must be to remove Democrats from office. that they would listen to her positions and the things that she says and go, that's for me. I think that's got more to do with them going, Harry Reid, seriously, dude?
Where did Harry, he's the top Democrat in the Senate.
Yes.
He got a health bill passed.
Yeah, but I think the issue is not that they seem to feel that legislative accomplishment in and of itself is reason for re-election. I think a lot of people feel like they are layering hit-or-miss reforms on top of an infrastructure that is somewhat corroded. I think people felt like this was an opportunity to root out years of rust and degradation in a system, not just layer it with all kinds of other...
They were supposed to do it in 2 years?
They were not supposed to do it in 2 years, but I think within 2 years, they could have laid out an illuminating path that showed that they were on a road to understanding what the issues were that people were concerned about. And also, to be fair, they have faced a relentless campaign of hyperbole that they are tyrannical socialists bent on the homosexualization of the gayness of turning this country into gay Germany.
While being Muslim.
While being Muslim. So, again, but with that stated, if they had given people, I think, a much clearer impression of what was important to them and what they thought the real issues were, rather than just this kind of, there's an incoherence to what they say. I always say, you know, with Republicans, they never have to prove that they love this country. Democrats always seem to have to prove to America that they love America. Republicans love America. They just seem to hate about 50% of the people who live in it. Democrats, you know, for their thing, it's always, they love this country. They just somehow wish it were a different country. You know, with Democrats, they're always like, you know, America is the greatest country in the world. Have you seen Finland's healthcare system? You get back rubs at work.
I mentioned to you.
They're surrounded by sandwiches.
I saw Senator Harry Reid at Nate Now's Deli the other week.
You saw Senator Harry Reid at Nate Now's Deli, and I happened to say to you, was he applying for a job? That's all I said.
That's all you said.
All I was concerned about was, is he okay? Is he worried? Was he worried?
Yeah.
He does seem worried. He should be worried.
He's slightly ahead.
See, even that. Even that, Larry. How are things going, Harry? I'm slightly ahead. That's nice. Goodbye, Grandpa.
We'll be back with more of Jon Stewart after this.
You are.